Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB games scheduled for Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Put your baseball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily rundown best bet in Major League Baseball, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alright, here we go. Here are the games for Thursday in Major League Baseball. First up, we got the Texas Rangers taking on the New York Yankees. Nathan Eovaldi and Carlos Rodon are the projected starters. And the Yankees have actually had pretty good at-bats against Eovaldi in the past matchups. He's got 130 plate appearances against the current Yankees lineup. The Yankees have a low strikeout rate and a high expected slugging percentage, over 500. So while Eovaldi's pitching really well, I also think that Rodon's in great form on the other side. And the Rangers have just not been great against lefties in the month of May, near the bottom of the league in team OPS. I think it's a good spot for New York at a reasonable price. I'm going to roll with the Yankees in this one on the money line at Yankee Stadium. Next up, we've got the Toronto Blue Jays hosting the San Diego Padres. Stephen Kolek and Bowden Francis are the projected starters. Now, Kolek struggled in his last start against the Padres, 5 runs and 3 home runs given up, but I think he bounces back. He was pitching really well in his first 2 games of the season. They were against weak lineups in the Pirates and the Rockies, but that second game was a complete game shutout at Coors Field. So even though it's the Rockies, we know it's never easy to pitch a shutout at Coors. And, Bowden Francis has struggled at Rogers Center. He's not in great form. He's given up a lot of home runs recently, a total of 9 of them in his last 5 starts combined. And the Blue Jays are 1-4 in his last 5 games. I'm going to roll the Padres in this one. I know their offense has been very inconsistent and more towards the negative side in recent series, but I think San Diego grabs the win on the money line on the road. Next up, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Colorado Rockies. Ranger Suarez and German Marquez are the starters. Afternoon game at Coors Field. You got Marquez on the mound, who's got an ERA just below 9 on the season. I think the Phillies get to him early and often. I also think the Rockies can get to Suarez. Suarez at Coors Field the last couple of years, not necessarily the best numbers. I think we see a high-scoring game in this one. Give me the over. I know it's already a steep total, but I think both teams are competitive offensively in this game, and we soar over the number. Next up, the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Athletics. We got Tyler Anderson and Luis Severino as the starters. Sevy has just not pitched well at home this season. He's got an ERA below 1 on the road, with an ERA above 6, almost above 7 at home. And he's 0-4 in 34 2/3 innings, with 14 walks given up as well. His last home start against the Yankees, 8 runs given up, 9 base hits to go with it. That was a 12-2 loss. I just think that the Angels are obviously playing a lot better baseball as of late, offensively. And Anderson's been a pretty good starting pitching option for LA with an ERA just above 3. The A's have not been anything special against lefties in the month of May. I'm going to roll with the Angels in this one at a pretty good price on the money line. Next up, we got the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Detroit Tigers. We got Slade Cecconi for Cleveland. Jack Flaherty should be going for Detroit. Now, of course, the Guardians were in a very unique situation this week with the game that got suspended. Then it was pushed to the next day, got rained out. Then on even Wednesday, there was some rain in Minnesota. So Cleveland, in this spot, there's some uncertainty there with their pitching availability. But I think Cecconi, he pitched well in his season debut, 5 innings, 3 runs, 8 strikeouts. Flaherty, we've seen him struggle as of late. His last start was a little bit better against the Blue Jays, 5 2/3, just 2 runs, but did give up another home run. He's given up 5 bombs his last 2 starts combined. And we've seen the Tigers not do too well in his starts. They've lost 5 of his last 6 outings. I think the Guardians are the play in this one. I think the Guardians are going to have a strong series overall. Give me Cleveland in this first game on the money line. Next up, we got the Brewers and the Pirates. No official starter right now for Milwaukee, but Carmen Mlodzinski should be going for the Pirates. I'm going to roll the Brewers in this game. I think Mlodzinski could be in trouble. I've mentioned I think Mlodzinski's a lot better than his current ERA, and eventually could be a good option in this Pirates rotation or the bullpen, but the matchup against the Phillies was not my favorite, and the same thing goes for the Brewers. I think this is the type of team that could string together some hits, maybe some singles, not necessarily sharp contact and, extra base hits, but a few singles go their way, and I could see the start unraveling for Mlodzinski, who overall is still struggling with an ERA just below 6. We'll see who the official starter is for Milwaukee, but I'm going to roll with the Brewers in this one on the money line. Next up, we've got the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Boston Red Sox. We've got Cade Povich and Lucas Giolito as the starters. Now, I know it's not fun back in the Orioles right now, and Povich's got that ERA above 5, but it's below 4 on the road this season. I think he could be strong enough in this game for the Orioles bats to back him up. I mean, Lucas Giolito in his first 2 games at Fenway Park has given up 12 runs combined in just 7 2/3 innings with 3 home runs to go with it, 18 base hits. K. Povich in his season debut against these Red Sox, it was a win for Baltimore. He went 4 1/3 innings, a 3-run ball. It wasn't great, but he had 8 strikeouts in that game and a 5-5 ground ball to fly ball ratio. So he was doing a pretty good job of keeping the ball on the ground. No home runs given up in that game as well. I'm going to roll with the Orioles in this one at a great price. I think the Orioles are a little bit undervalued because of their win-loss record on paper. Next up, we've got the Mariners and the Astros. We got Emerson Hancock and Lance McCullers Jr. as the starters. Now, McCullers Jr., a big-time bounce-back outing against the Rangers. Still wasn't the sharpest. 4 innings, just 2 runs, 2 unearned runs, though. Just the 1 walk with 2 strikeouts. The key for me was the 1 walk. We saw in that game against the Reds on May 10th, 3 walks in the very first inning, a hit by pitch as well. He gave up a home run, 7 earned runs. It was a miserable outing, but I think definitely a big step in the right direction for McCullers Jr. in that next game against the Rangers, which ended up being an Astros win. Now you're pitching back at Dyken Park, where he did struggle against Cincinnati, but I think McCullers will be good enough in this game. There's still a lot of volatility and uncertainty in this game you got to be, careful with, but I think that the Astros can back him up against Emerson Hancock, who I don't think is a very viable option in this Mariners rotation. The Astros bats have been so much better at home than on the road. I'm going to roll with the Astros in this game. I also think the over is worth a look because anytime McCullers is on the mound in these first few games of him returning from injury, we got to remember this is his first few games since 2022. He's been out for a while, so there's going to be some expected issues with that control, that command. But I like what I saw from that last game against the Rangers. I'll back the Astros in this one on the money line. And that's it. Those are the games for Thursday in baseball. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium, and there is a link in the description. As always, this is Romanelli. Good luck.